Welcome to the Gag Is podcast with me, your host, Charlie Shante, where I share the roller coaster of my life, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. After becoming a teen mom at 14 and a widow by the age of 21, it's a journey filled with tears and laughter, reminding you that even in the toughest moments, there's hope. The gag is, life may be unpredictable, but it's always worth living. Welcome back to the Gag Is podcast. I am your host, Charlie Shante. Thank you for coming back, and let's jump right into part 2 of Imposter Syndrome. I don't have no reviews for you because y'all ain't been leaving no reviews, so go ahead, leave your girl a review. But I will say thank you to all of the people who have been calling me and texting me and telling me about the show. I have a few people that are like, dang, girl, I need to get caught up on the show. I'm like, most definitely. And a few of you have expressed how happy you are to see me in actual video form. And I love being in video form because it gives me another reason to, get a little jazzy on you, put it out, like I'm going outside only for me to, take it right off after filming. But anyway, let's continue our amazing conversation that we were having about last week about imposter syndrome. All right. So imposter syndrome, there are many different causes of imposter syndrome. We really don't know all about it. And before I go on, let me remind you guys that I am not a professional. I might be a professional homegirl, but I am not a psychologist. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a social worker or any form of person that is certified to give you help in counseling. So all of the information in this show is information that has helped me in how I perceive things and is not professional help. As always, if you or someone is in trouble, please dial 988 so that they may get help. And yeah, we can all be happy and in a better place. So, imposter syndrome is crazy. Imposter syndrome is something that mainly affects or is labeled toward women or people in underrepresented groups, whether that can be minority groups or people of color. However it is you represent, whoever you feel is in the underrepresented group. And so some of the causes of imposter syndrome, it could be you have a very toxic or very fragile or unorganized family environment. So you say, for instance, I feel, this is just me, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of teens suffer with imposter syndrome now because their parents have pushed them so hard to achieve and to do this with sports or academics. It's okay to push and encourage, but, push and encourage way, way more. Like I think there was somebody last year here in Tampa, their child graduated with like 11.0 GPA. Super crazy. Super, super crazy. And so, the family environment may push someone into having imposter syndrome. They're like, oh, if I don't get, the perfect grade, then, I'm no good. I've had to deal with this with my little son. He is just, I don't know. He's the sweetest kid that you'll ever know. But he gets upset because like if he doesn't get a good grade or something, he gets upset. He's like, I don't know why I didn't get a good grade on that. For example, he had a math test last week. He's like, I didn't get a good grade on the math test and I studied. And then somebody tells me they don't study and they walk in and they get a much better grade than me. I'm like, it's okay, baby. We just need to sit down and figure something out. The way that you were studying previously didn't work. So guess what? Let's figure out another way. You don't have to be perfect. Because when you get in this real world, don't nobody give a damn about you being perfect. Not one soul cares if you are perfect or not. So, I think a lot of kids are suffering with that now, and it's really sad to see. Because at some point we have to let kids be kids, and we have to know that we cannot live vicariously through our kids. Social pressures, and like I said, this ties into, um, you know, kids again, and now it's rolling over into adults. Social pressures to have the perfect body. I think that that's like the biggest trigger right now, is just to have the perfect body and to show things on social media that aren't really there and that aren't really true. I think people tend to put things on social media that are not true, and when they do that, they forget that there are people in real life who know them. So you can fake for all the people on these platforms, but people know you in real life. So you got to be careful with that. Your personality, I think with this one, people would probably say, oh, their zodiac sign has a lot to do with how they are. I'm a Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Because ever since my son told me Sagittarius, I can't get that out of my head. Sagittarius. Yes. And so I hear a lot of things about us. People go, that's just a personality. I mean, I don't know. It could be my personality. I mean, with us, you never know what you're gonna get. We the nicest people until try me. Try me. And you're gonna find out how nice I really ain't. Like that's what people say about my zodiac. But sometimes people's personality is just who they are. It's nothing. It ain't their fault. It's not their fault at all. So you have to. You gotta bear with them just a little bit. And kind of understand where it is that they coming from. You know. And some of the effects of imposter syndrome, and I can personally say, vulnerable moment here. I can personally say that I have dealt with each and every one of these. Um, it's not fun. So, some of the effects of imposter syndrome are anxiety, depression, headaches, and fatigue. I've suffered with all of them and currently still suffer with three out of the, actually, yeah, three out of the four. Three out of the four. Not by choice, but life happens. Life happens, and anxiety and depression and headaches and those three things. We've hung out real tight. And these headaches, I suffer from really bad migraines. We hang tight, and I got some medication, and we hang tighter. So so you can see that imposter syndrome is not only psychological, but it can also affect you physically as well. And that's never good, because if you're not okay physically and then you're not okay mentally, like, you can find yourself in a really bad place. Um, and that's a place that you not want to be, because you have to think, who's going to take care of you? And then if you have people that are depending on you to take care of them, who's going to take care of them if someone has to take care of you? So I had to learn that, because I always remind myself, at the end of the day, I have somebody that's dependent on me, and I can't I can't let him down. Are there other people that can take care of him? Yes, absolutely. However, I never want to put myself in a position where I have to rely on someone else to take care of him, because I didn't take care of me. How you can overcome imposter syndrome. Now, these are just tips that your girl has used. By no means are these professional tips, are no means these tips will work for you. These are tips that are going to work for me. these are tips that have worked for me. So, one of the things you can do is seek counseling, seeking professional help. Talking to your homegirls is cool. Going back and forth, that's cool. That's a form of counseling. But sometimes we need a little bit more counseling. You need just counseling on a more professional level so that they can give you actual tools to help you get through um, the situation and whatever your specific case of imposter syndrome may be. But like I said, and we always joke around and say, ain't nothing that I can't call my homegirl and chop it up. And like, that's cool and all. But sometimes we got to take it a little bit um, further and get that real 101 help from the strangers. Self-care. Self-care, this is a really, really big one. And for my self-care, we think as women, okay, I'll go get a massage, I'll go get my nails done, I'm gonna go get my hair did. That's cool and well, but I decided to step outside the box, y'all. Let me tell you, your girl gets acupuncture. OMG. Acupuncture is so dope. Like when I first got it, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a whole bunch of needles getting poked at me. Cause every time I've seen acupuncture, I've seen people with needles like all over their body. And I'm like, geez, like that looks wild. But when I got there and the concept was explained to me and I had my first like treatment of it, OMG, y'all. I am hooked. I go once a week. And when I tell you, your girl be feeling better. Oh my gosh, like acupuncture has changed my life for the better. If y'all ain't had acupuncture, I suggest you go get your son. Cause baby, acupuncture is so dope. And I like the concept of it because you think about, oh my gosh, I'm going to get poked with all of these needles. And so it makes you relax and it makes you calm down. So you have to focus because if you focus on, okay, I'm gonna get poked with a needle and it's gonna hurt, then guess what? It's gonna hurt. After she put them needles on me, and then I think I'll be in there for like 20, 30 minutes. I don't even know because guess what? Your girl be trying to take a nap. She be like, do you want to do face up or face down? Face down. When I tell y'all, what day I went this week? I went early this week, and I went when I got off from work. Let me tell y'all, your girl was in there slumped. She's so sweet. She's like, you come in here, and she's like, you're excited for your acupuncture, and is, cause that be the highlight of my life. And then like uh my appointments accidentally lapsed for a month and I felt terrible. But when I got the acupuncture back, I was like, it, oh, so amazing. Oh, so amazing. Okay, I'll stick to my day job. Sorry. So self-care. So yeah, I still go get my nails done. I still go get my hair did. I mean, no, I don't get my hair did right now because I ain't got no hair. So I don't get my hair did right now. But it's almost long enough to braid. hmm So when it get long enough to braid in like one more month, then I get it braided. But right now, I don't go get my hair did. But my nails, I go get my nail did. Shout out to my nail girl, Michelle. She been doing my nails for almost 8 years and she never misses. So y'all can't get a close up because your girl it's time for a little feel. So, I also get massages. Now, I ain't gonna turn down no good massage. So I stepped out of the box on this one. Normally, I get a regular relaxation or deep tissue massage. So your girl went outside the box and got a warm bamboo massage. And I did a 50, they have a 50-minute, 80-minute, and a 2 hour. So I was like, let me just do the 50-minute one. I said, because I would hate to get started on this massage and I don't like it. Yeah. Go get you one of them. Go get you one of them. That thing was so dope with that warm bamboo. I walked up out of there. They was like, "How was your massage?" I was like, "Amazing." I was like, can I book again for next month?" But this time I'm gonna do 80 minutes because that thing was that bamboo. It's so warm. It was so warm. It was so warm. I was like, "Ooh." mm. It was so warm, but it was unique. It was different. And when I go get my massages, I try my best to turn my brain off and just try to be in that moment and just relax, because I notice when I do that, it relaxes my muscles more and it allows you to get more out of your massage, because you don't want to go in there and be like, "Ah, I gotta cook when I get home. I gotta clean when I get home. I have so much to do when I get home," to the point where you can't even relax and enjoy the massage. Like the other day when I went for the massage and I was done, my eyelashes is all stuck together because your girl was in there knocked, slumped, slumped. I be in there, and that's just how I've trained myself to relax in situations like that and to be in the moment. Create a plan for yourself. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, like I'm gonna have to show y'all. I have so many notepad, like the little small notebooks. I have so many of those because every time I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a plan. Going to get myself together. I have so many little books that I was like, this is gonna be my book that I write my plan down in. This gonna be my book that I write this plan in. Like I had a book for every plan and ain't used not now one of them. I think I'm using maybe one of them. And I had, looking back at it, I haven't used that one in months. So I'm really not using none of them. So I have these spirals sitting there looking at me like, you ain't gonna use us, sis. I'm gonna get up with you. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna get up with you. And they sit right there on the shelf, unused. I mean, I'm gonna get to it. Well, I'm gonna get back to it, should I say? And this one, you once you create that plan, it takes 21 days to form a habit. So once you get your plan together, you'll be able to start living in the moment and know what to do, um, and where to go from there. It's just one step closer to getting you organized and helping you get yourself together. The next one is take a social media break. I did not know the importance and the impact that social media plays on you until earlier this year. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from social media. I'm going to take a break from social media for 30 days and I'm going to see, if my focus changes, if my thought process changes, and all of that. And it did. And I actually ended up being off of social media for 4 months. And I only got back on social media to promote the podcast. So I'm not even really on there. And when I tell you the amount of clarity that I had, because I felt like I was getting to a place where I was taking on other people's trauma, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like they put this on here. So now I got to wake up tomorrow and see, what the outcome of this is, and things like that. And it was getting very toxic. And I felt like I was dedicating a lot of time to negativity. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. If I wouldn't have taken that break from social media, you would not be getting this podcast today. I can tell you, I can 1000% say that, because the time that I used to focus on this show is time that I would have been using to be on social media. Like the time that I'm using right now, filming and recording this episode, I would probably be somewhere scrolling on my phone or doing something else. Like, that's just honestly, like, that's the chokehold that social media had me in. And now that I'm back on social media, I know how to contain myself and give myself just enough. Like, I get on there and I watch a few lives. I may scroll here or there, and I promote the show stuff. I don't find myself on there endless after endless. I realized the other day that I hadn't been on there all day, and it did not bother me at all. And last but not least, community support. It's okay to reach out for help. This is one of the things that I've struggled with, reaching out for help, because you don't know people's intentions. And although people may have good intentions, I heard in a song, um, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So although people may have good intentions, so you got to make sure you have a good community support group around you. I most definitely 100% have a support group around me, and I'm grateful for them every day. I'm 1000% grateful because they show up for me when there are times I can't show up for myself. And, so I greatly appreciate them. Make sure you have people that are around you that have good intentions. They have the best for you. Someone you've known, someone you can trust. Because if you get a group of people around you that don't mean you no good, you gonna get set back 10 times worse than what you've already been set back. And that's not something that you need in your life. Like, make sure you get good people around you, because I'm gonna tell y'all, when I drop that community support episode, some people gonna be real mad, but I don't even care. But yes, so that is imposter syndrome in a nutshell. So let's get that heaviness up off of us, and let's get into this week's You Can't Make This Up. Now, I went back and forth trying to determine which story I was going to do, because I had two I always have stories. And I was like, nah, I got to do one for the people, because it's all about the people. So the one that I'm choosing to do today is for my McDonald's folks that say, is your ice cream machine working today? I got you. I got you. Somebody wants to help them out, but they can't. And they can't help them out, not because McDonald's don't want the help, but because legally they can't help them out. So a tech company wants the United States to change a particular law which could allow them to fix the ice cream machines at McDonald's. Now, why does the United States of America have a law that prohibits people from helping other people fix items? Well, let's get into it. The tech company iFixit, wherever you live, there is probably one of these in the mall or strip mall near you. They want the opportunity to fix the ice cream machines that McDonald's has. They think that they know what may be causing the machine to break, and the machine seems to be overheating. But iFixit said, "Hey, I got a code that can help you out. Just give us the opportunity." So they posted a video of them taking the machine apart and discovered that it overheats, which causes it not to work. So nobody wants hot ice cream, because then your stomach gonna be messed up, and yeah, we don't want that. So there's a law called the Digital Millennium Copyright Act that was designed to keep everyday people from fixing items that are protected by the copyright law. In this case, it would be the ice cream machine. Boys and girls, the ice cream machine is copyrighted, so everybody can't fix it. We gotta have special permissions to get y'all oh so profound lovable ice cream machine fixed. The Arches has an agreement with the maker of the machine that only gives them permission to fix the machine. So this is a one-sided deal. So this company probably knew that they machines wasn't really up. They machines wasn't machining, and it definitely wasn't gonna give you no ice cream. So they made the Arch people sign a little contract that said, "Can't nobody fix this but us. You need us. We don't need you. You need us." But in the Arches, people was like, "Okay." And so another company has the software that can read the error codes that the machine has, which would allow for the machine to be fixed and for the software to be banned in the United States. Oh, I'm sorry. The software is banned in the United States. So y'all got the software to fix this, but y'all okay. Okay. All right, whatever. There's a website that is dedicated to let people know if the machine in their local area is working. The tech company also stated that it has applied for an exemption to fix the machines. Lord have mercy. So there is a fix for the McDonald's machines, y'all. But guess what? They're not getting fixed because there is a law that says that only one person can fix it. And clearly, they don't want to fix it. So I wonder, since the machines be broke, do they just keep buying new machines? They're like, oh, that one broke. We're just going to buy this one. Or do they actually just let the machines sit there? Or do people actually come and fix the machines? Like, I'm curious. Like, I want to know. Like, matter of fact, I wonder if the one by our house works. I don't know, because guess what? I don't ever get ice cream from McDonald's. I'll go down to the little Italian ice place to get my stuff. They got ice cream down there too. And guess what? They machine be working. Hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. Leave a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment in the comments. Let me know what you think about the the company not being able to fix the ice cream machine because of the digital copyright law, and because McDonald's has only signed a contract with one company. How long is this, the contract? How long is this standing contract? Like, is it an indefinite contract, or like how long is this contract for? Because McDonald's been around for a good little bit, so I wonder. Mm, this gonna have to be a follow up story. I'm gonna have to, at the end of the year. I think I'm gonna have to do a you can't make this up follow up on some of these stories, because these things are why I yo wow. And if you listening to this episode on your podcast app, after you download it and leave me a review, go ahead and slide over to Instagram at the gag is pod. I don't even know it. The gag is pod on Instagram, and follow us over there and leave a message, leave a comment underneath the episode preview for this show, and let me know what y'all think about this Millennium Copyright Act. Like, that's wild. That's real wild. Like that's a indefinite relationship. Like, I don't want you, but I don't want you to be with nobody else. That's like the kind of relationship that McDonald's is in with these people. That is wild. That is real wild. Now, this week for the lyric of the week. You like how I change my voices and my voices get funny? I like doing that. Yeah. I like I like doing that. So this week for your lyric of the week before we get up out of here, you know, it is a good one. I always pick good ones first of all, but this one is an extra good one. Um, it's gonna be Rod Wave, Fight the Feeling. I like this song a lot. It's been in heavy rotation a lot. You listen to the lyrics and the words. It's a very good song. Um, and I like it. I appreciate it. And I think it falls perfectly in line with us talking about imposter syndrome. Um, so yeah, so thank you for coming back and checking out part two of imposter syndrome. I am your girl, Charlie Shantae. And until I see y'all again next week, bye guys.